It's Heather here. Gonna go ahead and shoot tonight's video. I shot a video earlier, but I don't think I'm gonna post it. I don't know. I might. Heck, I don't know. I'm just in a weird mood. Got a lot of stuff on my mind. Trying to let a lot of things go. My grandmother got her surgery today, or whatever, because she had glaucoma and cataracts, and so I'm having to put eye drops in her eye, and she refused them tonight, so that's not on me. She got one from me whenever she got here. Like, she got home late, and then at 6 I had to put one in, and then she was supposed to get 3 tonight before she went to bed, but she refused to get up. I hollered at her, and it's just, that's the way that they are. That's the way that they do me. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, don't you need eye drops again tonight? And she's like, oh, I'm good. I had some today. And I'm like, today was the day of the surgery. You need to have them all. No, I'm good. I had some earlier today. I was like, okay. And I don't even know if she woke up and took her pills, because she's got high blood pressure, so she's got to take pills and stuff. I mean, like, that's the thing for as far as family shit and everything, just basically, like, to a degree for everybody. I mean, then again, not if you have decent people that are your parents, I guess, and they realize once they get older, or your grandparents, like, listen to me, I'm the one with the sound advice now, don't retaliate when I'm trying to give you your fucking medicine. And that's the thing too, is like, she does this number when I go to put her eye drop in, and I missed it like 1 and 2 and 3 times. Usually about the third eye drop I actually get in there, and then I barely get it in there. Like, and then if my parents were to watch this or something, they'd probably be like, well, we got it in the first try with her. Why don't you get it in the first try with her, Like, why don't you get the eye drop in the first time? Because she doesn't respect me. Because that's what the family's taught everybody in dealing with me, is you're not supposed to respect me any at all. I don't even know. I guess it's good that I'm smiling. Supposedly when you smile, it means, like, it sends chemicals to the brain, and it'll even make you think you're happy when you're not. So, yay! Yeah. I feel like the Joker. Fuck. Oh, God. But, I don't know. I've been taking it easy, trying to not stress about anything, trying to not worry about anything. Realizing that the reason that worry and all that comes into play is because, yeah, you do allow it to. And why the fuck do you have to live in the box that everybody tells you to? Why do you have to follow the rules that everybody tells you to? Why do you have to do things the way that everybody tells you to? It's like, you don't. And oh my God. My dad, whenever, before they took temporary custody of my daughter, took her away from me, he come over Christmas Eve night and was like, you're rebelling against each other. You're rebelling against her, and she's rebelling against you. I still can't get over that. I know I've mentioned it before in other videos, but I was just like, you're so full of shit. Like, he's just mad because I'm actually trying to get my fucking license and a car and shit. Like, that's what it is. I'm rebelling against him. I'm not supposed to be allowed to have any independence because I was always the wild and unruly child in their mind, and so they think that I'm gonna go out here and, like, go, yay, I can drive a car. okay, I'm going to call up 15 guys, and 15 women and have them all line up and just go through and fuck them all in one day, put some crack cocaine on the fucking coffee table, snort it up my nose and be like, woo, like, I don't know what the fuck they think of me, but I think that's what they think of me in all honesty. The way that they've treated me, like, they treat me like shit. They treat me like fucking shit. And it's like, no. I want to be able to drive my dog to the vet to get its shot. I want to be able to take them, know that I can take them if something happens. Know that when I had my kid that I could take her to the doctor when she needed to go. That I could take her to the park. That I could take her, yes, oh my God, to see her dad. But yeah, she deserves to see her fucking dad. Especially when she's waking up in the middle of the night screaming and crying, where is he, and shit like that. Like, it would have done her so much better, even though he is as crappy as he's been. On the nights that she woke up and she's screaming and she's crying in a panic. She ain't even seen him in 2 damn years sometimes or more. And she's screaming and crying in a panic. Where's my daddy? Dad, and one time she really scared me. She said, Dad, she said, where's my daddy? And I said, honey, I don't know. And she's crying and screaming and everything. I'm like, it's okay, I'm here. And she's like, no, where's he at? And I'm like, honey, I don't know. And she's like, he's just, what was it? She said, I don't know. Something about, anyways, she implied something that made me think that he had died. And she had, like, dreamed about it. And I was like, oh, shit. And then I tried to get a hold of him for the next 3 days, which I didn't hear from him until, like, a year and a half later, so. But if I would have had a vehicle, knowing where he lives, knowing that he usually goes back to his old stomping grounds, within a weekly basis, I could have found him within a week of that, let my kid see him, and she would have had that sense of comfort, like, oh, well, he's alive and he's okay. But no, instead it's like, I don't know, just deal with it, forever, for a year and a half. Oh, now your dad's fine, now your dad's okay, a year and a half later. Like, and I'm a bad person for that, supposedly, for wanting to, let my kid know that her dad's okay when she's waking up screaming, crying about him. Yeah, sure. Oh, damn. People got me all fucked up. Sometimes I don't think I know who the fuck I am because I don't think anybody knows who the fuck I am because I can't allow anybody to know who the fuck I am because every time I try to, it's like everybody throws up a bunch of brick walls and I'm just like, God, I'm just like, fuck you. Damn it. I don't know. This world's going to hell in a handbasket. You got so many shit and ass things going on. Everywhere you look, there's something wrong. Nothing's right. So what the fuck does it matter? That's what I don't get, especially about my parents and their generation and shit. To a degree, what the fuck does it matter? Like, if we're past the age of 18, let us go. Shut the fuck up. Mind your damn business. Take care of your shit. Science and everything, anywhere, even biblically, it proves that if you want your children to act a certain way, then you behave the way you want them to act, and that is how they are going to behave for the most part. Okay? It's mimicry. Like, they're going to follow in your footsteps. I mean, they may not to a full sense, especially if they've, sat and studied things, or if they ever looked at a damn psychology book or some shit like that, and was like, oh, my dad used to beat the shit out of the animals and me. You know what? Everything says that that's wrong. Everybody says that that's wrong. I feel like it's wrong. It hurts. I choose it's wrong. I choose I'm not going to do that. Now, don't get me wrong. I've spanked my kid. I've spanked my pets. I've spanked my animals. They go out of the yard, I whoop their ass. They learn not to go out of the yard. I mean, and I'm entitled to that. And we're all entitled to that. But when older generations are constantly screaming at younger generations that they are not entitled past the point of adulthood, 18, 21, they're constantly screaming at them or saying things to them, like, you're not entitled to this, you're not entitled to that, don't do this, don't do that, no, 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 no. Who the fuck are you to say that? Who the fuck are you to say that? I swear, I'm such a me. I'm such a person that I am. Like right now, I'm sitting here and watching this escaping polygamy thing where the kids are trying to escape from, Warren, what's his face, that fucking got arrested and all that shit. And supposedly their lives are better than ours to a degree, but then again not, because they sit there and, they gotta marry one man, and they're all aged from fucking like 50 to fucking 12, his damn wives, and he's marrying fucking kids and sleeping with them and all kinds of shit. And they think that they're doing it right, and we think that they're doing it wrong. And it's just this opinions and all this and back and forth and just every fucking thing. Watching that, I've watched 90 Day Fiancé. This one couple or whatever, they're fighting because they're pulling in, they're rooting for their family. It's like, oh, well, my family says this. Well, my family says this. But then whenever they're alone together, they're like, oh, I'm all about you. Oh, I'm all about... And I mentioned that in my other video that I probably won't upload because I'm just going to upload this in. But it's like, whenever you get married, what God has brought together, let no man put asunder. Or whatever the saying is. But anyways, it means let no man break apart what the hell God has united. Okay. Does it not also state that when a man or when somebody marries somebody, but it states plainly when a man, marries a woman, that he is to break away from his family to take care of his wife practically. That's his job now. He's supposed to put her above his family that he came from. And she is supposed to do the same. And they are supposed to come together. But families get involved. And I was just sitting there and I was like, why the fuck are these people even dealing with their damn families? Why the fuck don't they move away? And that's just like my grandmother. My grandmother and my grandfather, they were born in fucking Kentucky. And they moved to Georgia. Before that, they lived in Ohio at some point in time. But they moved to Georgia. They didn't live where their parents lived. Well, I take it back. Let's see. I guess they moved down here. I don't know how that happened because my papaw, his mom was down here. Or maybe I don't know. But all I know is my grandmother was separated from her parents. Her parents were living in Kentucky. She was living here in freaking Georgia. You can't tell me that didn't make her life easier. You can't tell me that it didn't. You can't tell me that it didn't make it harder neither. But in certain aspects, there is good and bad in every fucking thing. And that is one thing that people just do not fucking get or not fucking understand. You're going to have your bad stuff come your way. You're going to have your good stuff come your way. And that is a huge problem, even like somebody's battling depression or whatever. I have good things that come my way. but they're not good for as far as other people. And I have a lot of people just coming and just telling me that the things that I enjoy are not good enough because they're not what they enjoy. Fuck what they enjoy. I'm sorry that they damn enjoy, going out and fucking different guys every week or something like that. And that they gotta go around tooting their horn and bragging about it or what the fuck ever and shit. I enjoy sitting out in the fucking yard and watching my dogs play together. I think it's hilarious. It's the cutest damn thing I've ever fucking seen to a degree. Especially Clarabelle when she falls. But, I mean, there's good and bad in everything. And that's like I don't want to sit here and I don't want to preach gay rights or anything dealing with any type of rights like that. But concluding there are so many people that preach against it, then it kind of makes me want to preach it. Because, okay, you marry a guy, and he has, his ways that he can be, and the same goes for a guy that marries a woman. Doesn't matter. They can be abusive, they can be manipulative, they can lie, they can cheat, they can steal, they can, turn your family against you, turn your friends against you, they can do all this shit, they can marry you just because you had a place to live or a fucking car to drive or, all this shit, or maybe it's some guy that he found out he can't have kids and you done got kids, so he don't have to worry about it. And then if he wants to up one day too and leave them because he realizes kids ain't for him, then he can just leave them because they ain't his. I mean, all kinds of shit like that. All kinds of shit and ass reasons and stuff like that goes on and everything. But the same can happen if you marry the same sex or whatever. You can still have issues. You can still have people doing you dirty. And then you have people being like, well, see, so that proves right there that that's bad because they're having problems, or their problems are more so than the problems of these people over here that, are husband and wife and doing it the biblical way and all that and everything. I call bullshit. You are a human being. You're always going to have problems. Until you die and you become like a damn angel, you always going to have some damn problems. You go out in your days, who you are, you make your choices. At the end of the day, I don't give a shit, even me, sitting here bitching about everything and everything. I chose to marry my husband. I chose to have sex with Adam. I chose to keep my daughter. I chose to name my daughter what I named her. Yeah, I had a dream and it was like, God was like, yeah, her name's going to be Ava. But still, at the end of the day, I could have chose to not listen to that dream. Every fucking second, you're making choices. And if you are blind to the choices that you are making and you do not pay attention to them at all, then yes, your life is going to be chaos. Your life is going to be hell. And to a degree, that's kind of a little bit of what's been going on with me. Is like, I had so many people just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing in on me. Because that's the way, like, society and the brain and the human beings are and everything. Everybody is so focused on the external, looking outside of themselves for happiness, that they don't look inside for happiness. And then whenever somebody does learn that and somebody does apply that to their life, and I have before. I've looked at my life and been like, my life is shit because I don't drive, because, I don't have a license, because I don't have anybody care about me, because of this, because of that, because. But if you've ever heard the saying, you go looking for trouble, you're going to find it. So if I go looking for something to complain about, I can fucking find it every damn day. Every damn day. But also if I go looking for something positive, eventually it's going to, it takes practice. But eventually I can do that. But the human mind is so fucked up for the most part with people and just this unconsciousness that everybody keeps talking about and everything. I fucking agree. There are a lot of unconscious motherfuckers in the goddamn world. And they're sitting there and they don't understand the consciousness and the unconsciousness that they are living in, and they're constantly projecting and they are constantly just putting things out, that just keeps fucking them up really bad. And even though, yes, I've done stuff like that too, I've seen both sides of it. And, sorry, I keep looking at the TV because I do that. But anyways, I don't... It's like my family, it's like my dad, okay? My dad fucking hates people laughing. Hates it. Hates it. To him, it's like nails on a chalkboard. And that's what happens when you're living in a place of lack instead of abundance. That's the best way to word it. If you're living in a place of lack and you see other people around you and they're just laughing and hee-hawing and having a good time, and it's not that they're making fun of you, it's not that they're being cruel. No, say that they're laughing at a dog or a cat. You know what they're laughing at. They're laughing. They found humor in it. And instead, you're getting so jealous. It's jealousy, whether you can admit to it or not. And if you can't, then you need to learn. But it's jealousy when you're sitting there and you're like, God, I wish they'd shut up. God, they're getting on my nerves. God, they're laughing too loud. Anything that deters and, pulls away from happiness, especially genuine happiness. Genuine, okay? Something that is pure in its form. Like a baby laughing at a puppy because it licked its face and it felt funny. And you get mad at that. And some people say, well, I'd never get mad at that. You're not looking at the big picture and you're missing the point completely, sweetheart. Why does the baby laugh at the puppy licking its face? It may be something that it's never experienced before, something new. Now, some babies could sit there and cry. But instead, you got this one kid that sits there and laughs and giggles. Because they are still in their innocent state of mind. And they still know how to look at things from a positive viewpoint. But if you have a 6-month-old baby that every time the puppy came near it, the mom jerked it away and was like, no, and puppy, get away. And then the puppy licks the child's face and the kid starts crying. That's the reason the kid starts crying, is because you have to learn to let things kind of relax and go with the flow and not put things on halt and throw up all these stop signs and red lights and red flags and everything. And, man, I don't know. I wish I was preaching to the choir right now. I wish some people got it. And some people do, but some people, the mass majority just doesn't. And half the time it's not because they can't get it, it's because they don't care. This and this is not linked. This is two separate things. Two completely separate things. And if this is two completely different separate things, then how can you expect for your soul to be tied into this and that? On any form and on any level. And that's what you need to be at peace. Mind, body, soul. Mind, body, and then your soul, your spirit. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm fighting for a relationship that doesn't exist, that I don't know if it ever will. And it's dealing with EJ. And it's like, I just keep hearing the things that she said to me on repeat in my fucking mind every time I think about her, and I've tried to not think about her, and I've tried to push it aside, and I've tried to be like, it's evil, and it's bad, and it's wrong, and she's right on that shit, and this and that, and everything. You know, and that's the thing, too, is like, things were just naturally occurring the way that they occurred. And that's the way I want to go about living my life, but it is hard as hell to do that when nobody else can get on the train of that. And that's funny that I use that terminology, because that's what she said, is you're not going to drag me on the train to hell. Because she knows that two women being together is a sin. Well, so do I. So do I. But guess what? Love. You know, love is self-sacrificing. Love is I'll jump, you jump. Love is being there. Love is humble. Love is pure. Love is, you know, it's in its own form and all this and everything. And who knows? Who knows? If I am with her, I might go to hell. I might go to hell. But it was a risk that at the time I was willing to take. But right about now, I'm like, hey, because I'm like, I don't think she loves me. And then I'm like, but I don't know, because she's still doing stuff. So I don't know what that means, because I don't speak EJ. I don't speak EJ language, okay? I speak my language. And my language speaks a hell of a lot more than EJ's does. EJ's is just this festering, sitting there, not saying nothing, shitting ass language. And you can't you can't read into it or get it. I don't know. I want what I want. I'm human. But I'm not so human that I'm so blind to what I'm asking for in its complete entirety. I mean, yes, I am to a degree, but then again, not. And why I say yes, I am to a degree and all that is because none of us know what the afterlife's really like. I mean, yeah, I fucking died when I was 3, okay? I seen Jesus, okay? Like, but just because that happened doesn't mean that I know all about heaven and all that. And even though I can tap into kind of a little bit of it because of, I don't want to say memories. What is it? There's something where it's like memories that are on the soul that, you know, stick and this and that. I don't know. I've read so much shit dealing with stuff like that. But it's like there's just something inside of me that knows a little bit of stuff. But, you know, it's like the saying, you know, the truth will come and the world won't want to hear it, you know, and all that and everything. And boy, is that the truth if there ever was one, you know? But, I don't know. All I can say is I'm not perfect. I'm here. You're not perfect. You're here. We all have a bunch of lessons to learn. If we're never going to learn them, and we're just biding our time, damn. That's all I can say. Like, holy shit. Like, that's like my kid. Oh, when I was with Adam, I wanted to be with Adam. And I was. And it gave me my kid. Best damn decision I've ever made. Somebody said, Heather, could you erase that? You know, if you wanted to. If you wanted to, would you erase it? Can you? You know? Should you? And even though, yeah, looking back, I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have had a kid so young. Damn, money. Damn, her life. Damn, you know, for as far as this and that. I wish her life would have been better. I wish this. I wish. But for as far as the way that I felt and feeling not trapped and feeling like I could breathe and feeling like my soul's purpose was finally fucking lining up with something. It's taking care of my kid. It was having my kid. It was giving birth to my kid. It was being pregnant with my kid. Seeing my belly fucking flop from one side to the other. Pushing her out and having her tossed up on my chest. Her sucking on my pinky. Because she was hungry and they wouldn't leave the fucking room after she was born. First time breastfeeding her, she latched on. Like, perfect. Which, technically, it's not perfect, but... Scooting her little butt, trying to learn how to crawl. Sleeping with her butt up in the air. Like, all that. There's good and bad in everything. And there's good and bad in relationships. And I'm sorry, but relationships are not the wrong way to go. They're not. Sometimes separation is needed. Sometimes you do need to be alone. Sometimes you do need space to grow. Sometimes, yes, relationships are suffocating. But sometimes relationships are what you need to grow. It goes either or. It goes both ways. Have I grown from taking care of my kid? Yeah. Have I grown a lot from it? Quite a bit. On one hand, I don't want to say too much because I was babysitting since I was like fucking 9 or younger. Like, I've always babysat kids. So babysitting, being around young ones, it ain't nothing to me. Screaming, the fighting, the cat scratches and all this and throwing dirt at each other and... I've been around it all. But if you never experience things, I don't know. I'm not saying you should run out and experience everything and every opportunity that comes your way. You shouldn't. Take your time. But just because an experience kind of goes a little different than what the fuck you wanted it to, but as long as it wasn't a horrible experience and it didn't damage everything that was built, it doesn't mean you should shut it out completely. And that's one of the worst things that people tend to do because they get wrapped up in themselves and their own selfishness. It's one of the worst things that people do. Let's see. Oh, I can't see. There she is. Maybe. Stretching. I got a hairy belly. But, look at her foot. Oh. It's one thing dogs have thrown up the past 2 days. I hate that they've been sick. They've thrown up a lot, but still they've thrown up. But, I don't know. There's a lot of people that slam doors and cut things off really quick with anybody, or become this controlling way of, you know what, if you're coming back in my life, you're going to have to, this, that, and all this and everything. And while I do understand setting boundaries and stuff like that and being like, this and that and everything, because that's even like me with my fucking husband. I was like, if you come back, you can't cheat on me no more. You're not going to insult me anymore. Not having it. We're not going to insult each other. And when we have any and all discussions, we're never going to pull my kid into them, because granted, we never really argued in front of her. We would discuss things in front of her. And we never really argued. We'd just bicker. But when we'd bicker, we'd always make sure that she was asleep in bed, or that she was over at my parents' or whatever and stuff. But damn shit far, whenever we started to separate and all that, and my family got involved, my kid seen it all, heard it all, because I was on the phone bitching at him because he kept calling and everything, and I'd have to be like, Ava, go watch TV. Ava, go here. Ava, go there, Fuck, I'm tired. I don't know. Heart wants what it wants. All of that jazz. Everything. No one's perfect. Everybody's just floating through life. And some are doing a better job of it than others. And that's the way that you're supposed to be. What is it? Take no, count. Shit! Can't quit yawning. Not supposed to worry about anything. Supposed to leave it all in God's hands and just let things happen accordingly. There's a lot of people that can't do that. And I'm not going to sit here and act arrogant or cocky and be like, oh, I've never done that. Oh, God, yeah. I've worried myself into a fucking well before. But I'm tired. Obviously, I keep yawning. But, maybe my mental exhaustion's finally catching up with the physical. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Upload it, and I'll catch y'all later. Got any comments, drop them down below. You need somebody to talk to, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. You like my videos? Hopefully I'll keep, God willing, keep posting them every day. Sorry, she's ticklish. But, I'm sorry. But, you like my videos? You can comment, share, like, subscribe. Oh, one thing, I got Jen to run by. She had to pick up some stuff and bring to me. I paid her back for it because I needed to get to the store, but instead of her having to take me, she just dropped some stuff off for me. So that was pretty decent, I guess. I got one friend. But I just had thought about something, but I ain't gonna say. But I would if I had somebody else to be talking to. But anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Hope everybody's doing good. Keep putting your best foot forward, and I'll catch you later. Take care. Bye.